afternoon. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. So today we are connected here. So I guess all of you have completed your respective sessions and certifications, right? Course is completed. So now we are here joining together to prepare for the interview and have a look on how we can and prepare how we can handle a interview situation, how you can prepare your resume, right? And we will be doing a small kind of a demo interview, right? Where we all can get together and we can guide you through how to like crack a interview. So this is going to be a very important part of our journey. Okay, so this is how our session is going to be. Okay, Sirish is joined. All right. So this is how we have planned it. So we would, as I said, we are going to do it as how you can handle an interview question. So our interview is basically how your interviews goes on. That depends on how you understand the job and then how you introduce yourself. An interview is not only about the technical question, there are general question also, and trust me, that is going to affect your performance in the interview. And of course, resume is a very important part. So we will be discussing each, so that's why we have tried to keep it a very small group, so we can give individual time to everyone, each of you, and discuss all these components with you. So this going to be a job description, how you will introduce yourself, how you will handle the generic question, the technical question, and how the resume should be looking like. And trust me, there is no wrong question or right question, wrong answer or right answer. Just try to give your best. Okay, so do not worry. So each one of you have to go through all these five stages. And today I have Aditi with me and I have Vipin with me. So we three would be helping you out to complete this journey. Okay, okay. Deep silence. Fine, no problem. So let's start here. um,
Yes.
Aditi is going to make you understand what is the job description that we are talking about right now. So we assume that this is a scenario when you are preparing for this interview, where this is the job description that you have got. Aditi, can you explain them?
Yes. Hi all. You are getting some responsibilities for job as you are going for the cloud architect, particularly AWS or Azure from whatever training you are. So it's okay. So these are your responsibilities before your interview will go to start. Work in collaboration with sales, consulting, product managers, and business leaders to define and implement optimal, complete cloud solution based on stakeholder needs. Means if you're going for a architect position, for sure you have to collaborate, you have to manage with all the teams, sales team as well as consulting as well as product manager. You should have knowledge about that marketing also, that product also. You should have all this collaboration inside you. Apply and generate best practices in multiple technical domains using open source and third-party technology products and services. You should have all the knowledge about the technology, products, services, everything. Participate in deep architectural discussions to ensure solutions are designed for successful deployment on the cloud. If somebody is asking you what can be the solution you have to offer, okay, you have to tell the solution whatever can be there for the successful deployment. Provide technical leadership and manage the end-to-end cloud implementations and support for delivering SaaS, software as a service products, and consulting implementations. And last but not the least, ensure solutions are developed and packaged in an easily consumable and repeatable way for customers and internal technical team. So you have to collaborate, you have to manage, you should know the best solution can be offered. You have to, if sometime there is a need, so you have to give the leadership also, because as an architect, you are the leader of the team. So you should have that leadership knowledge also, and you should have that management capability also inside you. So these will be your responsibilities. Requirements. Don't be afraid from the requirements. Just requirements, if any company is giving you, it's just for filtering you out. Okay, so they ask for the experiences, they ask for particular requirements, so that only those person will come up into the interviews. They should be confident enough for which they are coming for. So minimum 10 years experience, it's okay in IT field. It's not like that. It should be 10 years. It can be 2, 3, 5, anything. Focusing on development projects, DevSecOps and technical architecture specifically. Strong architecture design experience, at least 3 of the 10 years of experience deploying enterprise applications on AWS or Azure as well, from which training you are coming. Expert in large scale, high performance enterprise big data application deployment and solution architecture on complex heterogeneous environments in AWS Azure. It's okay. Don't be afraid from these requirements just for filtering out the candidates who are coming for the interview. 5+ years experience as a solution architect. If you don't have, you should tell something. I will tell you what should you tell about your experience. Okay. Ability to communicate complex technical concepts to technical and non-technical stakeholders. Ability to lead technical team in the implementation. Self-starter with an entrepreneurial spirit. Degree in computer science, engineering, or equivalent preferred. It's okay. Any kind of graduate degree you should have. So these are the requirements, and you should tell something about that. So what you should start with. Ma'am will let you know about that.
All right. So this is typically how you get like a job requirement on any job. Whenever you ask a JD from any company, this is how typically they present. So this was basically an opening for solution architect, and this is how they said like you should have all these roles and responsibility you should be understanding. So now, if you look at this introduction caption that we have made for you, if you say these are the highlights that you should be trying to update about yourself. So here, this Mahesh is basically a support engineer who have just now learned AWS platform. And in this environment, he is trying to present himself as what all he know. He is trying to patch up his prior experience with the new technology that he has learned, right? So he didn't had very long experience with AWS, but now he has 6 year plus experience. Now he is trying to present himself like out of this 6 years, he had done 2.5 years in AWS platform. So what he have done? So he said, I have started with middleware engineer, right? And then I moved to the core IT team, and then I worked as a like a support engineer. And in the support engineer role that I am performing right now, that has also AWS. So in my environment where I work, I have AWS environment as well, right? And being a support engineer, I support that also. So out of this 6 year, 2.5 year, he can count as a AWS experience as well, right? So here he would not be trying to modify his experience or give any fake experience, but he would try to give a little tweak in his experience or his job profile that he's doing as of now, and try to add in AWS also there, right? So and then he finally says, because this opening is for solution architect, and so he says, at present I'm now handling the responsibility as a solution architect, and these are my KRAs, right? So now I want you each of them, you to try to introduce yourself. Krishna, you there? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi all. My name is Krishna Mohan. So I have a total experience of 10 years. So
Mm-hmm.
initially I have started my career in BPL Telecom Private Limited. So it was completely into EPA based service engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So where I was working as a service engineer, providing the support for the clients. So it's a mini telephone exchange. So there I had worked for almost 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
With their client, I had moved to, it was Kanchi Precision Private Limited, where I had worked for almost 6 months. From there, I learned the technologies with respect to the hardwares like networking, all those things. And then I have moved to IBM Infosys Private Limited,
Mm-hmm.
where I was working as a self-desk engineer, where
Okay.
providing the support to the internal clients for completely into the hardware, not
Mm-hmm.
into the software basis. So after
Okay.
that, I have moved to IMSI India Private Limited.
Mm-hmm.
So where I had worked for 1 year. So
Okay.
there I was providing the same into the my desk support field itself, providing support for the hardware. Then after that, I have moved to Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
So where I joined as a field support engineer, where I used to provide support for softwares as well as hardwares. So where I was working for internal technical support team for almost 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then on 4 years onwards, from the 5th year, I started to work on Azure,
Mm-hmm.
where I got an opportunity where Oracle acquired a client called as Econics. So they had a project where they had a movement of their on-premises environment onto the Azure cloud. So I
Okay.
was part of their team working as
Okay.
an solution architect.
Uh-huh.
So where I got an option to work on migration of the on-premises environment onto the Azure cloud and
Mm-hmm.
helping in the backup of
Mm-hmm.
database, all those things. So I got an opportunity to work with the client in Oracle premises.
Wonderful. That's a really good introduction and very elaborative. It's great. No worries. Then who is next? Sai?
Yes, yes, I'm there.
Hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, myself Sai Naga Subramanyam. I'm having total 1.5 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working in a company called HCL Technologies.
Hmm.
So my role was cyber security analyst.
Okay.
So far, I'm having 1.5 experience. In that 1 year, I'm having experience on Azure Cloud Security, and the rest of the experience is on network security.
Mm-hmm.
Total, I have done 3 projects, out of which one is on network security implementation of firewalls
Mm-hmm.
in the customer environment, and the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the 2 projects on Azure Cloud Security, out of which I have been part of design phase of the solution by assessment of existing security posture of the client
Mm-hmm.
and implementing the security solutions for the client. In that, I have been my domain is in infra cloud security, which I have been part of. So, and also considering the existing security posture of the
Mm-hmm.
client, and thereby suggesting the best possible and cost optimized solution for the client,
Okay.
and implementing the solution.
Wonderful. Great. So Sirisha, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's start.
Hi all. Myself Sirisha, and I have 3 years of experience in RMSI.
Mm-hmm.
I have started as a middleware engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Then by IT course support, I was migrated to AWS cloud platform.
Mm-hmm.
I present working as a solution architect,
Mm-hmm.
where I troubleshooting the
Mm-hmm.
system as assistant in troubleshooting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No worries. It's great. You're going great. Manju, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, get started.
Uh,
Well, this is a template that I have given for example. You don't have to exactly follow this. You can tweak it as per your convenience.
okay. Hi all. I am Manjula. I have around 19 months of experience at Cognizant. I worked as a senior process executive data over there.
Mm.
Mm, and I'm a fresher in IT background. It was
Okay.
a non-technical IT,
Okay.
as I always wanted to make my career in IT field. I
Mm-hmm.
started my journey towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm a very good learner and a quick learner.
Okay.
Mm, and
Great.
mm,
Okay, so what all part have you are you prepared, and what is your good which are you good at?
mm, mm. I have done course on AWS and DevOps.
Mm-hmm.
In AWS, I have not
Mm-hmm.
particularly,
Mm-hmm.
but I learned most
Mm-hmm.
of it. And in DevOps, I have a very good
Mm-hmm.
knowledge on this Docker, Ansible, Kubernetes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay, wonderful. That's very confident.
and I'm uh,
Uh-huh. Go ahead, go ahead.
and I want to make my career, so I'm excited. That's
Uh-huh. Wonderful. You're going good. Just need to be a little confident.
okay, ma'am. I'll try my best.
Yes, wonderful. Monica, you want to try again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi all, my name is Monica. I have complete 3+ experience in company called RMSA.
Mm-hmm.
I worked as a middleware engineer. When my company was about to work on the AWS cloud, I was the initial part of that.
Okay,
Mm.
wonderful. Great. Okay,
And my
so
expertise are
uh-huh. Uh-huh. Go ahead, go ahead. What are your expertise areas?
troubleshooting,
Mm-hmm.
then cost optimization and maintenance of team.
Okay, so let's understand when I say my expertise area or while in my introduction or resume, which keyword I emphasize more on. Actually, I would be inviting more question on that, right? So in my introduction, if I say that I have a very good customer and skills, right? Then they would be asking me what all customer I have handled with, what all experience I have handling with the customer and all. If I say I am very good at troubleshooting, right? They might ask me, okay, tell me one of the challenging way, the most challenging thing you have been in the troubleshooting, right? So whichever area I say like I am good at it, I should be prepared for handling more
Practical
questions
also.
on that particular topic, right? So now from here we will Krishna, everyone is done, anyone left?
Yeah, done.
Right. I think I'm not missing anyone here.
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. So now we will start. So as I said, introduction is always a mixture of general questions and the technical one, right? So we'll start with the general questions and then we'll move to the technical. So who want to take first? Krishna, you want to come forward?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, here. So Aditi, you want to start?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, Krishna. So your first question, I would like to ask you, what are the qualities that you think that make you a good fit for this job?
Yeah, the qualities what I would like to say is that like whatever the work which is assigned to me, I make sure that it will be done within the target time, and whatever is assigned plus what I can get from my end apart from the work wise to improve the company benefits with respect to the work point of view. I can try to learn the technologies and implement those technologies for the company perspective.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Adopted this one.
Okay,
Mainly like you're looking for a solution architect background.
right.
So where I
So,
can see, yeah.
okay, so understanding this, what project will you start within 3 months of starting this job as a solution architect?
Within 3 months, so that's what I can just, if you just let me know what is the exact project like the company is going to handle. So if I get an idea regarding that, I can just learn. If you just give
Uh,
me a time period within 2 weeks or something like that, I can just learn about that technology or about that project, and I can be prepared to deliver that project for the clients.
Okay, so
Okay.
it could be migration, it could be optimization, it could be artificial intelligence, right? So,
Yeah.
if I say like you in this job, like description, I said like you have to be a good at collaboration also, and you should have a good knowledge of understanding of this also, right?
Okay.
So you should be ready for all this parts. It could be a migration, or it depends on the customer we would be dealing with, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I hope you have already done a little bit background study about the company profile and all.
Yeah,
So
I
here
have.
it is what expected.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had gone through the company,
So
not
this is
into
always
detail,
a
but
good
I have.
idea when you go for an interview. You should do a
Yeah,
company a little bit background also.
sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
Okay, then I would like to ask you, as you said that you are a great learner, you can learn. So, can you just explain me what are your recent professional achievements?
Recently, that's what, like, as I said, we had acquirement from Oracle. They had acquired Econis company. So there I had got an opportunity where it was a real-time scenario where I had an opportunity for working into this environment as a solution architect. But I was not the main role in there. There were senior architect persons. But I had an opportunity to work with them where I got an option to design certain projects which they required for moving the on-premises environment to the Azure cloud. So I had a part of option to work on it where I could design the particular project and as well as implement, and I had an option to work as a consultant also in that field.
Okay,
So,
that's
could you tell me a little bit more about your recent successful project and what was your biggest challenge there?
Yeah, the recent project is what is the main thing I have done is the migration part. So that I was the one person I was handling. I had my team members also with me, but main focus was from my end where I had to work with the Econex client, how many equipments they had on the, actually they were using VMware. So how many VMs were being used by their end and for what all projects they were using that, and what are the core areas, for example, with respect to the hardware, with respect to the softwares. I had to discuss with them. So I had to make a clean project based, like what and all is required from their end and how it can be moved to the Azure cloud. In Azure cloud, where we need to prepare the description for the costs and how it can be beneficial for the client in the cost manner. So all those things I had to design from my
I'm
end.
sorry to